There comes a point in the life of any nation where silence stops being patience and starts being permission. Nigeria reached that point a long time ago, and far too many of her peoples have kept living as if they had not noticed. This is episode 7 of the quest for a safe Nigeria. Please subscribe and turn on notifications right now so you never miss a video in this series. Every serious conversation in Nigeria has been met by a familiar response from the peoples of Nigeria. They share it, they shake their heads, they say a prayer, and then they become silent about the issue and move on to the next distraction the compromised news outlets hand them. Nigeria's political class depends on that silence. It depends on citizens who complain in private but comply in public, who post outrage online and then return to business as usual, who allow tribal and religious noise to drown out the one conversation that should matter most: accountability. The peoples of Nigeria have long been told what to speak up about and when. Now, they need to take the initiative, bring up, and demand accountability about pressing issues of their choice. There needs to be an end to the hypocrisy of leaders who claim divine authority while the Quran and Bible, and other religious texts condemn their actions. This could be helped by a transition back to regions so that each part of this never federation could govern itself at its own pace. And there needs to be an honest answer to the question of why Nnamdi Kanu remains in detention while those who have done far worse than just his abrasive rhetorics walk free and even seek public office. Consider the logic being applied to the rehabilitation of terrorists. If the government could call Boko Haram members and other terrorists and bandits brothers, rehabilitate them, and hand them money after a 3-month program, then by that same logic, there needs to be a release of every prisoner in prisons across Nigeria once they say they are sorry and complete the same program. In any sensible society, the idea of such programs would be laughed at, but that is not the case in Nigeria. Many years ago, before this present crisis, there was a voice from Enugu, southeast Nigeria, who understood that silence in the face of tyranny was a form of complicity. Celestine Ukwu was born in Enugu, southeast Nigeria, in 1940 to a family of musicians. After the Nigerian Civil War brought his early career to a standstill, he re-emerged with a philosophy that ran through every record he made, earning him the title of High Life's Great Philosopher. His 1971 song Fac Nachi poses a powerful rebuke: a mouth that says man is not God, yet claims to be a god himself, let him then do the things that made the Almighty God to be God. The song is aimed at every man and woman who would mistake human authority or positional power for divinity. Nigeria's leaders have been making that same mistake for over 60 years, and Celestine Ukwu was not afraid to say so, even in a Nigeria still raw from war and unaccustomed to dissent.
Ya mekani vajibulu chuku, onye sini ya buchi. Ya mekani vajibulu chuku, makani veno wasina chia dimma, iveno wasina chia dimma, iveno wasina chia dimma.
If a musician in 1971 could find the courage to challenge unchecked human power through a song, the ordinary peoples of Nigeria in 2026 can certainly find the courage to challenge it through their votes, their voices, and their refusal to look away. Mr. Peter Obi and engineer Rabiu Kwankwaso have already shown what governing with accountability looks like in Anambra State southeast Nigeria, and Kano State northwest Nigeria. What the nation needs now is a population that matches that example with the same seriousness, collecting their PVCs, demanding a restructuring constitution review referendum on the 2027 ballot, and refusing to let silence pass for consent and peace any longer. The time for the peoples of Nigeria to speak up is now, not later. Keeping quiet is no longer an option. That the peoples of Nigeria have been keeping quiet has been the steroid that Nigerian politicians and elites have been consuming to create more divisive and retrogressive contrivances that continue to diminish the well-being of the peoples of Nigeria. There needs to be a collective demand to speak up about insecurity. There needs to be a collective demand to speak up about corruption. There needs to be a collective demand to speak up about every leader asking the peoples of Nigeria to wait quietly for a better tomorrow that never seems to arrive. Our full live stream goes much deeper on all of this. Watch it at May Nigeria Never Happen to You and bring your questions. Thank you for watching. Please share this video with everyone you know with interest in Nigeria's development and well-being. Please subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next video. May Nigeria happen for all its peoples, and for friends of Nigeria.